I have not been uploading on this channel as regularly as I wanted to. My apologies about that. I'm working on a big project that will affect the channel significantly. So it's going to be something in the near future, not in a couple months or something, but it's going to affect the channel really, really drastically. I'm sure you guys will love it. But yeah, look at these guys, man. This tank is looking pretty sick. It is kind of a lot of fish in this aquarium, as you can see, but I'm doing every other day water changes. There's a lot of plants in here, so it's not too bad. They're just kind of in here while I'm getting their permanent setup kind of situated. So I don't know how long that's going to take, but while they're in here though, I'm going to try and keep this water as pristine as possible. In today's video, we're not going to be talking about these rasboras right here, but we will be talking about where they came from, which is the gulper catfish tank. And we're going to be doing maintenance on that shower filter. I'll show you guys how the Higher filter media held up throughout this whole time, and also I'm planning on adding in some new plants into that aquarium because I want to add some Java fern, and maybe I'll add a little bit more of that moss that's from the wolf's tank. But ultimately we're also going to be adding this mesh around the water pump, so the moss and all the live plants that we add into that aquarium has no chance of clogging up that power head, which supports the filter on top of the tank. Because if that gets clogged, it's going to be bad news. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Show you guys how I do maintenance on the filter, adding this mesh, adding plants, and hopefully we can take out the plastic pipes. But if the catfish is stressed and doesn't like the pipes being taken out, then I'll just go ahead and leave it in the tank. But first, we gotta go get the plants. So I'll go ahead, grab the plants from the local fish store, and I'll see you guys back at the house.
Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign.
And we're back. I feel like I haven't given you guys an update in a while, but let me show you guys. So here he is. Oh man, you can't really see it. There's algae right there. Let me go ahead and take care of that real quick with my DIY algae scraper. Look at that. Look at that. Check him out. He is right in the middle. He's chilling. Let me see if I can get him to come out with this right here. His favorite. Oh! Oh! What happened? What the hell? But bro, did you see how big that catfish got though? Where is he? Oh, he's all the way back there now. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave that there for now. What I gotta do is add in this Java fern right here that we got from the local fish store. Let me go ahead and unwrap this and just throw this into the tank. 2 strands of Java fern. Look at that. We're just gonna plop this in. Yoink. Oh man, look at that. Cool. For Java fern, you can plant them into the soil just as long as the rhizome part isn't like super buried. But for me, I like to just have them chilling like this. As you can see, the 2 pieces of Java fern just kind of hanging out right there. Yeah, I float them because I mean I have a bare bottom tank, so I don't mind them just kind of hanging out in the water column, and they don't need a lot of nutrients from the roots anyways. They're more like a water column type of feeding plant, and they're low light, so pretty easy to take care of. Throw them into your tank, they'll find a place that they like, and then hopefully they thrive. But this shrimp right here though, man, what the heck is going on? All right, if he doesn't want to eat this, let me go ahead and just feed it to my wolf real quick, because the wolf is right here. There you go. Jeez. Today's video, we're gonna go ahead and get this ready for plants, and then also mess with this right here. As you can see, I can barely even see. Hold up. I don't know if you guys can see, but those sprayers right there aren't working, and the sprayers over here, they are working a little too hard actually. And also here too, some of the sprayers on this side isn't working too. I think what's happening is this pipe is clogged, so we gotta take this apart, brush it and clean it and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So what I'm gonna do is pop this off and bring it over here. I don't know if you can tell, but this thing is clogged up right here too. It's one of the bad parts or faults about this thing is these holes right here are super small, so not good. I might modify this a little bit. Look at that. Sheesh. Clogged. Go ahead and just kind of brush through all these little holes. Yeah, this can't be clogged, man, because if it's clogged, the filter's not going to be doing its job. Fish are going to end up being unhealthy and all that stuff, so you got to make sure this is top notch. So you can see, look at that. Cleaned, dirty. Holes are all clogged. Things that come with upkeep is cleaning out those two sponges up top, and then another thing is cleaning out these pipes right here. So along with cleaning out the mechanical filtration, you have to clean out the plumbing portion of the filtration itself. So that's one of the bad things about running this filter. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and modify this a little bit, and I'm going to drill 2 extra holes, a little bit bigger. This way, if these things ever get clogged, it won't have enough pressure to blow the whole hose off. So I'm going to go and do that right now. Alright, so as you can see, I went ahead and punched 1 hole right here, and then 1 hole right here. This way, if all of these holes get clogged, at least there'll be an exit route here and then here. So let's go ahead and put this back on the aquarium and see how this runs. Looking good. Check this out. All of the nozzles are running now. See that? You guys see? They are all running perfectly now. So as you can see from before, only half of these nozzles right here were running. And then right here too. They're all coming out now, and at the same time there's that bigger hole right there. And then here the bigger hole is also running as well. So while I have this open, I'm going to go ahead and just clean this out real quick, and then we're going to come back and inspect these 2 trays right here. One of the other cons about this filter is if you ever get into like a situation where you have a power outage, all this stuff is going to be dry if it's off for a significant amount of time. So one of my subscribers brought this up, and yeah, that's right, because if there's a big power outage, all of your media is going to end up drying out, your beneficial bacteria is going to die, and that's going to be a huge problem. So I haven't found a solution to that yet, but that's going to be something that we're definitely going to have to look into in the future, because I do want to continue using this for the gulper. So I want to make sure it's foolproof, especially when it comes to power outages. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know down in the comments below. And as you guys can see, the pieces that are close to the edge of the box are covered in algae. So remember, if you have media in this filtration system and it's next to a window, you can get a lot of algae on these pieces. This piece right here is towards the middle of the filter. And then let me go and get you one that's from the outside. And this one is on the outer perimeter of the filtration system. As you can see, I think that part that's covered in algae is not going to be as effective as this part right here. So yeah, you definitely want to keep that in mind. Algae central right here is completely, it's black. This might be one of the reasons you might want to plastic dip your filtration system if you're running something like this. Look at that. How is beneficial bacteria supposed to stick on that? Alright, so now for the moment of truth. And it's not looking that bad. Check it out. I don't know if you can tell by the video, but the pores are a little dirty. But I can just imagine what this would look like if it was in a clear box. So I think the black box definitely helps. So yeah, this filter isn't a hard one to take care of, but it's definitely not as easy as K1. That's for sure. Cool. Totally destroyed this tank trying to get this water pump out, but I wanted to show you guys what my cage has been doing this whole time. So the cage helps prevent bigger plants from getting into the water pump, which definitely works, but as you can see from the pipe getting clogged and stuff, it doesn't work as well as I want it to. I don't know if you can see from this angle here, but that is very much covered. So what I'm hoping to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this canvas, and I'm going to wrap this cage with the canvas so little pieces of plants can't get into the water pump. I don't know if this is going to work, but Hopefully it does, because I'm sick and tired of having to clean off that water pump. I'm gonna put you guys right here. I should be running this through some crazy water, but fuck it. It's as clean as it's gonna get. Let me go ahead and start wrapping this thing up. Alright, I went ahead and turned on the lights because my aquarium lights are gonna turn off in like 2 minutes. So I want to show you guys the progress. Went ahead and covered all the big holes with this mesh. As you can see, the concept is a big plant leaf right here is just gonna float, and then it's gonna get stuck here and not go straight to the water pump. This way I can just come along and get like a brush like this from the top and just go like this and just brush it off, and that way I don't have the brush inside the cage. Alright, so let's go ahead and just put this back into the aquarium now. Alright, have everything put back together. The water pump is right there. Everything is just dismantled. Catfish is like, what the heck is going on? The water is super cloudy, but we'll go and come back tomorrow and check it out. Alright guys, so the top panel hasn't sucked up a lot of plant matter yet, but go ahead and give it some time and it'll most likely pick up all this little random stuff like this decaying Indian almond leaf and detritus and all that. So speaking of this, I should probably clean this up right now. Let me go ahead and get into the water change and clean all this junk up. Alright, now that we're done with all the water, let's go ahead and add the Indian almond leaves real quick. This brand right here, premium Indian almond leaves, rich in tannin. I already used like half the bag and yeah, it works. Oh, it smells like tea. There's still Indian almond leaves that's breaking down in here, so I'll just go ahead and just add 2 full-size leaves and then a quarter-size leaf. And all I really do is just yoink, yoink, yoink. I don't break it down or nothing. I just throw the whole leaves in there and it should be good to go. Now let's go ahead and try and take out those pipes and see how the catfish reacts. Sure, he won't like it, but I mean, if he doesn't stress too hard about it, I'll leave it out. Alright, I don't know where the catfish is. Oh, there he is. Hopefully it will live in this cluster of plants right here. But here he is, just chilling. I think it'll be alright. We're going to go ahead and keep these just on the side for now. Look at this guy. Just chilling. This guy's the complete opposite of the catfish. So this guy likes to hide in the open right here. No plants. When it has this whole thing to hide in, right? But the catfish will never do that and always find a place to hide. Like right now, he's somewhere in here. There he is. Right here. So, verdict of this filter right here, the overhead Bakki shower filter. I love it. Depending on what type of media that you put in here, it can be very, very effective. Again, some of the things that I don't like about it is this pipe right here can get easily clogged, but as I showed you guys last night, you guys can just drill extra holes and then make a mesh around your water pump, and that will prevent things from getting stuck in this pipe right here. Again, the second thing that I didn't like about this is just a recap. Algae gets on your media very easily. A solution to that is to wrap or paint these boxes black so they won't get as covered in algae as these guys do right here. And the very last thing I don't like about this is this filter is very vulnerable to power outages. If this media right here doesn't have any water during a power outage, all of the media will dry out and your beneficial bacteria will die. A solution to that is to maybe plug up the bottom trays so that way this part pulls up and at least you have this portion of the bacteria that still survives compared to these buckets right here. I would honestly love using this filter just as much as the K1 colonist filters. Yep, I said it. Even though I love K1 colonist and I can't get rid of the K1 from my Bashir system, I like this overhead filter just as much, just because it's so convenient to clean, it's so convenient to customize, put together, and honestly, it looks really cool. Alright, so that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I was going to record a little bit more of the catfish tank, but as you can see, it is very cloudy. And I've just been messing with it all last night, and then today it's just not a really good time to record it right now because it is looking like a hot mess. Look at it. But yeah, I'm still out here recording. I'm still doing fish stuff. I've just been really busy with life, planning future builds and future things that will affect this channel, very, very much, and you guys will definitely see in the near future. It's gonna be sick. I think once we start that big project, you guys will see a lot of uploads. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace, guys.